My name is Lauren Monis, and I am the founder and owner of Fermenting Fairy. I started my company 3 years ago. I would say the industry that we're most solid in is the functional food and beverage industry, which is gaining ground more and more as consumers want something. If they're going to eat or consume something, they want it to work towards their health, right? So that's functional food and beverage. Fermentation is part of the functional food and beverage industry. The way we differentiate ourselves is we do wild fermentation. All of my products are using the natural bacteria that's already present on the fruits and the veggies. So we're not adding any freeze-dried bacteria or anything that's made in the lab. We get it all from nature, but it has a lot of biodiversity, and the body recognizes it as the same microorganisms as its own. It's very healing to the gut and very healing to the rest of the body. In my eyes, I didn't really have a choice. It was just part of my life path because I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease about 6 years ago. So I was really sick with a very serious gut disease. When I say I had no choice, obviously I did have a choice, but it sort of landed on my lap when I figured out that it wasn't necessarily my immune system that was causing the issues. It was the imbalance in my gut bacteria. When I started buying fermented foods, specifically sauerkraut from the health food store, everything changed in my body. And so I realized, wow, this is what I need. This isn't what the doctors have told me. It's more of an imbalance in my gut. That's how I started my company. I started fermenting at home and realizing this is an amazing process that's healing me. I need to bring this to the world. And I went to a farmer's market, local LA farmer's market, and I realized that I had things that people really needed, so that's how it all started. This is the bottle I get from BottleStore.com. My stouts. I picked this. This was the first bottle that caught my eye. The packaging for any product needs to talk to the consumer. It needs to reflect the ethos of the company. So glass for sure. I mean, that's super important to me because it's environmentally conscious. And just like the lines, it's very sleek, it's very sexy, it's unique, or at least when I first started it was unique. Now it's getting to be a little bit more popular. What I've learned is I'm not always going to be the one meeting the customers. Like when my bottle sits on the shelf, it's got to talk to the customers without me being there. The shape of the bottle and the bottle that you choose and the container that you choose has to reflect your company. And I think it does really well. We had to work on our labels a little bit. Our first labels were pretty farmers markety. So we've upscaled those, but I've stuck with the stouts for so long and I love them. The customer service is number one to me. At BottleStore, you have a lot of people that I can talk to and you answer the phone. That's a major thing, especially during COVID. You can't get anyone on the phone, but sometimes there's problems, or you need to know inventory right away, or you need to place an order right away. So having people to talk to, that's really important. And everyone's so friendly at your company and reliable. I would just say it's a whole package that works. I have no reason to seek elsewhere because it just works. Go on Google Images and look at different types of bottles and see what just intuitively works. If you like something, you're drawn to it, then go with that, and then go online and do a lot of research and see what suppliers you can use. Shipping cost is very key too. Shipping cost can decrease your margins completely. So it's not just the cost of the unit of the bottle, but it's also shipping costs added onto that. If the supplier has, free shipping over a certain amount, then that's key. Call people, get on the phone and call them. If they don't have customer service or if they don't respond to you, even by email, I just wouldn't work with them. Even if they have your bottle and they have a great price, it's not worth your time and effort, because inevitably something's going to go wrong eventually. You're not going to get your shipment, or it's going to be broken or something. you're going to need to get in touch with your supplier. And if they're not available, forget it. I want to let people know that the year 2020 has been really difficult, very, very stressful for most of us, if not all of us. One thing that is going to take the brunt of this stress is our gut. If you don't have GI problems by now, then you probably have sleep problems or some kind of mental health issues. We all are struggling with something. And I just want to reiterate that gut health is really the most important thing right now. And so eating wild fermented foods is critical to your health, to your stress levels. That's where my company comes in, and you can find us at fermentingfairy.com. Instagram is fermenting.fairy, and our Facebook is Fermenting Fairy, facebook.com Fermenting Fairy. Yeah, that's it.